What up, YouTube? Team Movies here. With the new film Hope Gap opening this week, since it stars Annette Bening, I decided to go ahead and do my top 10 favorite Annette Bening movies because to be honest, she's literally one of the greatest actresses who don't have an Oscar yet. I mean, she's been nominated a couple times, but how on earth she's never won has always baffled me because she's been some really great stuff. I mean, yeah, she's been not so great stuff either, but she actually has a pretty good resume. So. With that being said, here are my top 10 favorite Annette Bening movies. Alright. Number 10, I'm going to go with a recent one, and that is, of course, Captain Marvel, where she portrays the super intelligence Marvel, aka Dr. Wendy Lawson, who, of course, is the artificial intelligence that is also collected, that also is the collective embodiment of the greatest minds of the Kree people and the ruler of Kree empires. And I thought now that Bay doesn't really have much screen time. Like she has a good chunk of it, but she's not really one of the main focuses, honestly. But I thought she was really great in her parts. Like her scenes with Carol Danvers is pretty decent, and she's also, of course, on the boss of Carol Danvers, so there's that too. Yeah, and that Bang, like I admit, it was a bit weird seeing a big time actress like her in a Marvel film like this. But hey, it's always cool seeing like these Oscar-nominated actors in these Marvel films, whether it's Anthony Hopkins or maybe even a Tommy Lee Jones or whatnot. But man, that bang was really cool in this. And if you guys, and I really quite like Captain Marvel too. I don't care what anyone says. All right. Coming in at number 9, I'm gonna go with Film Stars Don't Die in Liverpool. Now this is probably one of her melodramatic best performance, and she of course portrays Gloria Graham, who's the go-to blonde bombshell in the who has been in like 50s films like in A Lonely Place and The Big Heat. But this is actually a pretty good biopic. I mean, it is also based on the memoir by a young British actor played by Jamie Bell, who ends up having a affair with Gloria Graham when she was like past her prime and dealing with breast cancer. And I don't know if Annette Bening not even get an Oscar nomination for this is beyond me. I know she was terrific. Her scenes with Jamie Bell was pretty decent. She really embodied the role of Gloria Graham. I know she was terrific in this film. Maybe you guys haven't really seen the Film Stars Don't Die in Liverpool. It's a really tragically underrated flick. And you're also going to need some tissues while you're watching the show. It's a really sad one as well. Alright. Number 8, I'm going to go with Regarding Harry. Now, this film combines elements of A Christmas Carol and Rain Man, and it's the modern day parable of greed and redemption, and it's directed by the late great Mike Nichols, and he's got Harrison Ford, who portrays Henry Turner, who's this sick, ruthless corporate attorney willing to spin any falsehood to win a case and all. And you got Annette Bening, who portrays Henry's wife, who Henry ends up cheating off of, and I thought Harrison Ford and like the romantic scenes with Harrison Ford and Annette Bening sells this movie really great. Mike Nichols did a great job at this. You got Bill Dunn as his as Henry's therapist here, and the Henry character at times he's not really all that liked because he does cheat on his wife and all that, but he is also very very sick as well, and it's a really decent one. I mean, if you guys haven't really seen Regarding Harry yet, or Henry, I always keep calling it Regarding Harry, but it's Regarding Henry. If you guys haven't really seen that film, it's a really decent one. Alright. Number 7. Speak of films that Annette Bening should have gotten an Oscar nomination for. Number 7, I'm going to go with 20th Century Woman. How on earth she did not even get one for this is beyond me. I mean, this movie, was released by A24, directed by Mike Mills, who, by the way, has a movie coming this year from A24 with Joaquin Phoenix, so keep your eye out for that. And the film, does take place during the summer of 1979 in Santa Barbara. And you got Annette Bank, who plays this 50-ish single mother of a teen boy who ends up overseeing a boarding house. And she also enlists the aid of a 20-something punk photographer played by Greg Gerwig, and her son's a free spirit female friend played by Elle Fanning, who should help raise them and all that. And the movie takes place during each chorus of and you also got Lucas Shade, forgot his name, Lucas Shade Zuman, I think his name is. He plays the kid here. I know he was great. You also had Billy Crudup. 20th Century Woman is a really fantastic film. It's really funny. It's really heartfelt. Benning, probably one of the best performances she's ever done. Like, if I was to do my 10 favorite performances of hers, 20th Century Woman might actually literally be in my top 5. But man, 20th Century Woman is grabbing A24, Elle Fanning, Annette Bening. You can't go Mike Mills. You can't really go wrong with that combo. Alright. Coming in at number 6, I'm going to go with Being Juliet. Now, this movie takes place in 1938's London, and you got Annette Bening, who portrays Juliet Lambert, who's a successful stage actress on the verge of middle age, and you got Jeremy Irons, who plays her director husband, who convinces her to continue on until summer. And so she ends up, instead she ends up taking up with a American admirer who pretty should be a gigolo and flirts with a wannabe younger actress played by Lucy Punch. And it's a really decent one. Probably also one of Banks' finest work. Jeremy Irons was pretty great in this. Really nice period piece film. I believe Banks scored an Oscar nomination. Oh yeah, she actually scored her second Oscar nomination. Wasn't really 100% sure she scored one for that. But yeah, Being Juliet is a really nice romantic drama. Great performances. And if you guys haven't really seen it, really give it a go. I mean, her playing a playwright, come on, or a stage action, I mentioned that. All right, coming in at number 5, I'm gonna go with The Kids Are Alright. Now, this film is pretty decent. I mean, you got Bank, who portrays Nick, who's this, and you also got Julianne Moore, who portrays Jules. And here Nick plays this obscurian, while Moore portrays this landscape design, and they are in a same-sex couple who lives in LA, and they also each has a child fathered by the same sperm donor portrayed by Mark Ruffalo, and the kids, of course, are portrayed by Mia Wasikowska and Josh Hutcherson. Come on, I also featured Joni Mitchell's song "All I Want," so there's that. This actually scored a couple of Oscar nominations. I believe it scored Best Picture, if I'm not mistaken. I believe Banks scored a Best Supporting Actress. Some really good, not Best Supporting Actress, Best Action, I mentioned that. And Benning and Ruffalo were both terrific here. They really play off each other well. Great chemistry by Moore and Benning. Some really good performance here. If you haven't really seen The Kids Are Alright yet, definitely go check that one out. Alright, coming in at number 5, Coming in at number 4, I'm gonna go with The American President. Now, this movie was directed by Rob Reiner, starring a very different president-based movie. It stars Michael Douglas, who portrays this widowed Democrat president, who also is who ends up falling for this lobbyist played by Benning. And you also got Richard Dreyfuss, who plays the Republican senator. You also got Martin Sheen was in this. Some really great cast members. I mean, Annette Bening and Michael Douglas. It's a really nice. It is a really nice love story. I mean, a very different presidential-based movie, and it doesn't really go too hard with whipping a political film, and it's a really decent one. I mean, pretty funny how two of the major stars in this end up being in a Marvel film. That's pretty cool right there. But yeah, Michael Douglas and Annette Bening really both dads in this movie. I mean, if you guys haven't really seen the film yet, definitely go check it out. I mean, it's a really It is a really decent Rob Reiner based flick. All right. Coming in at number 3, I'm gonna go with the Grifters. The Grifters was pretty, decent. I mean, directed by Stephen Frears, based on a novel by Jim Thompson, and it's a really cool film noir. I mean, this movie of course takes place in Los Angeles and follows a trio of con artists who ends up attending on out foxing each other, and you got John Cusack, who portrays Roy Dillon, who's this simple two-bit con whose life is thrown into a turmoil when his estranged mother, named Lily, played by Angelica Houston, ends up returning home in an attempt to evade the law and order. And Lily also doesn't really warm to Roy's girlfriend, of course, played by Benning. And Annette Bening is really terrific in this. I believe she's scoring I'm trying to remember. I think she scored an Oscar nomination. I could be wrong there. I believe Angelica Houston actually won her award for this. Really deserving one. Cusack was pretty great. Probably one of Stephen Frears' best flicks. Really nice, a really nice con-based film. A nice crime thriller. If you guys haven't really seen it, go check out The Grifters. Alright. Coming in at number 2, I'm going to go with American Beauty. Now, it might be awkward to talk about American Beauty because of its starring Kevin Spacey, and I know the whole thing about Kevin Spacey. But, that aside, American Beauty is, really terrific. Of course, you got Kevin Spacey portrays, who, of course, you got Annette Bening portrays, like, his wife, and, you've got Kevin Spacey's Lester, who ends up.
I'm sorry. I couldn't quite.
Right. Anyways, sorry. As I was saying, yeah, American Beauty is a really decent one. I mean, you got Kevin. It is a very dark, satire about middle class morals, taboos, and inspirations, and you got Spacey's Lester, who ends up getting laid off from his magazine job, and he ends up quitting and blackmails his boss for $60,000, and not to mention you got Benning portrays his real estate agent wife, Caroline, who ends up having a affair with a business rival, but her husband, played by Kevin Spacey, ends up falling for his daughter's best friend, and that's a bit of an awkward situation there because I'm not going to go into Spacey's stuff, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, American Beauty is definitely probably one of my favorite movies of the 1990s. It's really terrific. It won an Oscar for Best Picture for a reason. Great performances by Spacey, by everyone else in this. Mia Safari, Dora Birch. You also had Chris Cooper was in this. Some really good cast members. And I mean, I believe Annette Bening scored an Oscar nomination for this, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta double check that. I know it actually won lots. I know Kevin Spacey won a Best Actor for this. I believe it won Best Picture and all. But anyway, I mean, of course, directed by Sam Mendes, who just gave us 1917. If you guys never really seen American Beauty, I know it probably is awkward to watch now because of the whole Kevin Spacey situation, but it's actually still pretty solid. Alright. Coming in at my number 1 favorite Annette Bening movie is literally the movie Bugsy. Now, this is, of course, about, slick mobster Bugsy Siegel. You got Annette Bening portrays, who does a really great job at portraying his wife, Virginia Hill, and I mean, really nice chemistry between the two. Of course, I mean, Warren Beatty did a pretty decent job with this film. Of course, it's directed by Barry Levinson. I mean, Beatty even called this movie his own Dick Tracy. Like, he actually was gonna this actually of course, Warren Beatty starring this, and this movie is actually the reason why he ended up not being in Dick Tracy, because he had a commitment with this film. So, fun fact there, but man, Bugsy is a really terrific film. I mean, a really good look at the likes of Bugsy Siegel and his relationship with Virginia Hill. They had some really cool chemistry in this. And not to mention, Warren Beatty and Annette Bening are married in real life, so that actually helps too. I always keep forgetting those two are married for some reason. But, yeah, and they really play off each other well. I mean, if you guys haven't really seen Bugsy by now, definitely go check out Bugsy. It's a really good gangster flick. Alright. That's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. 10, Captain Marvel. 9, film stars don't die in Liverpool. 8, regarding Harry. 7, 20th Century Woman. 6, Being Juliet. 5, The Kids Are Alright. 4, The American President. 3, The Grifters. 2, American Beauty. And number 1 is Bugsy. Now, there's a few others I probably could have added. Let's see. Still have not seen the report yet. I probably should. Let's see. The Siege with Denzel's a pretty good one. Love Affair, which also had Betty in it. There's also Open Rage, The Face of Love with Ed Harrison and Robert Williams is a pretty good one. Valmont, Mars Attacks, I forgot she was in that. Life Itself, The Woman, Running with Scissors, The Great Outdoors, Girl Most Likely, Postcards from the Edge, Danny Collins. Some really decent ones. Anyway, let me leave it to you guys. What are some of your favorite Annette Bening movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Team Movie signing off.